Hold on to your hats. Bob Barker left behind a fortune so enormous that it has caused his family to cry. To learn the complete tale of how his magnanimity and astute investments created a legacy valued at hundreds of millions, stay tuned to the very end. In addition to his characteristic sign-off, help control the pet population, have your pet spayed or neutered, and his quick wit, Bob Barker, the beloved longtime host of The Price is Right, left behind a stunning estate when he passed away in 2023 at the age of 99. His net worth, which has been accumulated over decades through television, wise real estate investments, and prudent financial planning, is estimated to be between $70 million and $100 million. But in spite of that affluence, his family's response was tears of thankfulness and overwhelm rather than joy. Barker's personal life was renownedly private. His closest relatives, nieces, nephews, and a few godchildren were surprisingly listed in his will because he was never married and had no children. Opening an envelope and discovering that you are the beneficiary of a multi-million-dollar trust is a dream come true for many, but it caused a wave of emotions for Barker's family. They struggled with the obligations that accompany unexpected wealth while lamenting the death of a cherished uncle. When Bob got his first big TV job presenting a local game show in Los Angeles in the 1950s, his path to fame officially began. He became the face of The Price is Right in 1972 after becoming an immediate smash due to his effortless charisma and sincere sincerity. He entertained millions of people for almost 50 years, making an estimated $8 million annually at the height of his career. Barker, however, had a modest life. He eschewed ostentatious displays of wealth, drove a modest car, and made large donations to animal welfare organizations. He discreetly acquired homes in Palm Springs, Malibu, and a remote Oregon ranch throughout the years. His wealth grew steadily, without making headlines, because he spent his TV revenues into low-risk bonds and real estate. Bob's estate plan took effect after his death. The majority of his possessions were bequeathed to a trust that supports the Bob Barker Company Foundation, which funds animal welfare organizations across the globe. However, he also left large amounts for personal friends, family, and medical charity. Suddenly, his nieces and nephews, some of whom had little idea how wealthy he was, were entrusted with fortunes ranging from $500,000 to $2 million each. He also supported a few devoted crew members who had collaborated with him on The Price is Right for decades, as well as his longtime personal assistant. His family was instantly affected emotionally. Tears were shed throughout the will reading, tears of surprise and responsibility, as well as tears of grief over Bob's passing. Many family members expressed that they felt unworthy of such kindness and were concerned about continuing his legacy of altruism and humility. "Uncle Bob taught me to give, not to get," said one nephew. "I feel compelled to honor him by giving it away sensibly now that I have so much." In fact, a number of beneficiaries have already committed a portion of their estate to organizations that are dear to Barker's heart, such as veterinary student scholarships, wildlife sanctuaries, and spay and neuter clinics. However, handling unexpected money is difficult. According to financial gurus, if not managed wisely, windfalls of this magnitude might cause relationship stress and result in bad choices. In order to establish their own trusts and make sure the funds serve long-term objectives rather than ephemeral aspirations, Barker's family sought advice from wealth managers and estate attorneys. To jointly decide on tax planning, real estate purchases, and charitable contributions, they established a family council. Maintaining the legacy for future generations, respecting Bob's intentions, and upholding the principles he espoused all need a careful balancing act. In addition to the millions he left behind, Bob Barker's legacy includes the example he established of living simply, giving liberally, and having a great concern for both people and animals. His family may have been devastated by his wealth, but it also provided them with a chance to continue his goal. In his honor, they have established a funding program for small animal shelters, supported a mobile spay-neuter clinic in remote regions, and established a fellowship for future animal rights attorneys. They make sure Uncle Bob's spirit endures in every deed of compassion by asking, "What would Uncle Bob do?" in every decision. Therefore, if you have ever appreciated Bob Barker for his witty remarks, his heartfelt goodnight greetings, or his decades of game show magic, keep in mind that his actual legacy is much more extensive. It's in the lives he changed, the causes he supported, and the wealth he amassed, not for himself, but to improve the world. Click the subscribe button right away if you would want to see more articles about the lives and legacies of the celebrities you like, because you won't want to miss Bob Barker's story when it comes to genuine kindness.